Smart meters like these work, not just in the literal sense of giving consumers better, clearer information. They also change the way we do things, helping consumers to save money and cutting Europe's energy consumption.
An ambient display arguably is the most effective. An ambient display is where you have some device that just lets people know when consumption is high or low. That could be something like a ball that is on a table and it changes color when you use more energy, and it gets lighter when you use less energy. It can be in many different forms that we've been looking at, but that has been very effective. It's because it includes the whole family.
Phase 2 of the Empower Demand Report, the initial findings of which were unveiled in Brussels as part of European Sustainable Energy Week, suggests that there are 6 key stages in maximising consumer response. It begins with good communications delivered by independent official sources, governments for instance, or NGOs, because most consumers don't trust their energy suppliers.
They feel trapped very often. They feel that they are paying bills that are unfair, that they don't understand why they are the way they are, the level they are. And so this trust is hard to win, and the utility has to approach the customer differently from how they've done in the past if they want to get customers involved in this smart energy in the future.
Energy may come from any variety of sources, including renewables. But according to this survey of around 100 pilot schemes involving almost 500,000 residential consumers, many people think that utility companies are only out for profit. Why should they be urging their customers to consume less?
The energy supply industry is a commercial industry, so they have to gain customers and they have to keep customers. That means that they are focusing much more on additional services, energy-related services that also include advice and technologies to save energy. By doing that, they can keep the customers that they would like to have.
One way of overcoming consumer reluctance has been by making the process of adopting smart meters more enjoyable. The promise of saving on energy costs is a big part of the equation, but successful companies have to overcome customer indifference.
One reason is that energy is naturally not fun, so therefore if you want them to get involved you have to make it fun. You might think that you can't make energy fun, but actually you can. It really is possible to different ways of communicating that can be fun, or it can be artistic, or it can be surprisingly enjoyable for the customer.
By turning meter numbers into lottery numbers and offering prizes, a Danish supplier saw 17% energy savings in 2 years. This part, engaging consumer interest because they enjoy it, has been made easier as the technology has developed, making meters more appealing and user-friendly.
In order to offer the consumer the facilities and possibilities to save energy, and also to make a more sexy product out of energy supply, you connect devices to the meter. So in the first place you think about the displays, and we heard today that it is very important to have also a good display, good information, ergonomic design. So the information is displayed in a way that the consumer understands, easily understands, and also has a positive reaction on that.
It's all about empowering consumers, making them feel that they're gaining and getting one up on their energy supplier by cutting their consumption. Although under the EU's new Energy Efficiency Directive, smart meters will not have to have additional features like user-friendly in-home displays, such meters can become the norm simply because they work and customers like them.
On the one hand, we think it is a pity that it is not in the directive, that the directive missed these kind of requirements to say what should be inside the meter as a minimum functionality, such as the consumer interface. On the other hand, we see that the market is moving anyway, so many member states are already implementing a consumer interface, flexible tariffs, so a lot of functionalities where the consumer can have its benefit from the smart meter.
There will be no overnight change, however. One thing the new report clearly shows is that progress cannot be rushed. It must be one step at a time.
It's not just giving customers information, it's giving customers information in a way that is drip-fed to them, so that they don't just get a massive information that is just blinding them. They get information which means something to them, which they are informed, they understand what it's about, and they gradually are told new ways in which they can change their behaviour in order to save money, to save energy.
With simple, understandable information and billing, with better understanding of how to save money, smart meters look like providing Europe's consumers with a more energy efficient and less expensive future.